Hi everyone, how are you doing? On this video we're going to go through the other steps of rally after the truth journaling step. So if you haven't watched the truth journaling video, watch that one first, and then in this video we'll be using the same example and we'll be going through the other steps of rally. Okay, so the first step of rally is ask and accept. Okay, write a prayer asking God for what you want, or just talk to him, either one, and then accept what you need to accept. So I asked God to help me do this video and help me to make a video that would help you guys out. Okay, what did I need to accept? I needed to accept that it would be hard. I needed to accept that it wouldn't be perfect. I needed to accept that it wasn't going to look as good as all those other professional videos out there. Okay, if I can't accept these things, I'm just going to keep being in turmoil. We have to realize that we can't do everything in life that we want to do. When I taught this Bible study locally, I actually called this step accept the unacceptable, because sometimes what we have to accept feels unacceptable. This is especially true sometimes in relationships, or when we're thinking about our personal flaws or all the hard things that are going on in the world. Okay, we can't change everything we want to change, so sometimes we just have to accept it. And this is something you do talking to God, and that step should bring some relief when you actually accept whatever it is you need to accept. Okay, go ahead, stop the video, and write down what you need to accept in the situation you're rallying about. Okay, next step, let go of your have to haves. Okay, in my situation, my have to have was the easy life. I felt like I had to have an easy time of making a video. I felt like I had to have a perfect video. And I felt like I had to have a video that was good as all those other videos out there. So in some ways, this step is a little bit like accepting what you need to accept. But there is a difference, okay? In accepting, we're just working on accepting. In let go of your have to haves, we're recognizing that, okay, we're caring about things more than God wants us to care about them. I used to call this step, let go of anything you're lifting too high. So if it helps to phrase it that way, go ahead and phrase it that way. But what we're working on in this step is remembering that God is enough. We don't have to have all these other things to be happy, okay? So one of the questions I asked there is God enough even if you don't get what you want? Why or why not? So when you answer that question, just talk to God and think about that. Is God enough that even if my video turns out terrible and I put out a super unprofessional product, is he enough? And the truth is, yes, he's enough. I love God so much that I'm willing to do this. And it doesn't matter if it's bad and everybody thinks it's bad, because I still have my relationship with him and he still loves me. So in a way, this step is a reaffirming your love for God step, remembering that God is more important than anything else out there, that we don't have to have all these other things in life to be happy. Okay, so go ahead, turn off the video, and spend some time with God, letting go of your own have to haves in your situation. Okay, the next question is, do you have any unrealistic expectations for life, others, a project, or yourself? Okay, I do. Okay, my unrealistic expectation is I expect everything in life to be easy, and everything in life is not easy. Okay, how do we get all our expectations? A lot of times we get them from our childhood, and for me in childhood, school was super easy. Everything came easily to me. So when I started writing, I was like, what? This isn't easy. This isn't right. When really, everything in life isn't easy. I'm seeing things unrealistically. So go ahead and, list any unrealistic expectations you have in your situation, and spend some time talking to God about that and letting go of those unrealistic expectations. Okay, the next step is to write down, how are you finishing the sentence, if only? Okay, I was finishing it this way: if only I didn't have to do this. If only I were a techie. If only it were easy. If only I were capable of making a video like the professionals do, okay? If we stay stuck on if only, we won't ever move forward with a plan because we'll be so convinced that all those other options have to happen that it will paralyze us and we won't move ahead with life as it is in our real life options. Okay, so if it helps, cross out those if onlys and even write not an option because we have to get it out of our heads that, okay, this is like for my example, this is not going to be a professional video. I'm doing it on my own in my house, and so this is just the way it is, okay? So we've got to clear out all of that from our mind so we can move ahead with a realistic plan based on real life options. So go ahead and write down the if onlys for your own situation and then cross them out and mentally recognize those aren't options. Okay, the next question is how do you think God wants you to handle this situation on a practical and or a spiritual level? Okay, and in the book Rally, we talked about three different plans. One was a practical plan, one was a spiritual plan, and one was a plan of how we can make the best possible life in our current circumstances, okay? So a spiritual plan might be something like I'm going to renew my mind whenever I feel stressed out about this or whenever I feel annoyed. Okay, so that's more for an ongoing trial. So for this trial of mine, it's just a one-time trial. As soon as I make the video, it's going to be over. So I already did renew my mind. I already talked to God about it. So I don't really need to make a spiritual plan. My practical plan is that I broke it down into short and easy steps because sometimes when we have a great big project and we look at that whole project, it seems overwhelming, so overwhelming that we don't want to do it. So here's my practical plan that I wrote this morning. Number one, check hair. Two, shower if necessary. And this might seem okay, that's pathetic, but the truth is, this plan actually helped me. Number three, get dressed. Number four, do hair and makeup. Number five, tidy the room. Then review the plan. Remember to ask them to do each step. After I go through each step, set up the phone and tape the video. Okay? So making that little practical plan, it helped make it easier for me to do this video. Okay, so go ahead and write down a plan for your situation. Okay? What's a real life plan? Go ahead and do that. Okay, now as you go through each step, you'll find that some steps of Rally are more important than other steps. Some steps will help you more than others, and it depends on the problem, depends on the days. So as you get more used to Rally, you might find that you won't go through all of the steps. You'll find maybe, oh, you know what, I only need to do this step this time. But at the beginning, I would go through all of the steps just to get used to it and to become familiar with the process. One of the parts of the plan you might forget is to figure out how you can make the best possible life in this situation. For me, it was just to have this be the only item on my work list today because I knew that if that's all I had to do as far as writing goes was to make this video, it'd be a lot less stressful for me. Not only would it be a lot less stressful, I'd be more likely to get it done because if I had 10 other things on my list, I would have done the other things and forgotten about this video. So your plan for how to make your best life possible in that situation. Sometimes you'll have that plan, sometimes not, especially in ongoing trials. This is helpful. So your plans might be like to make sure you spend time with other friends, allow a little time for relaxation, maybe join a support group. So different things like that. Okay, and the last step of Rally is yay, God. What can you thank God for in this situation? Okay, I can thank God for the opportunity to do this video and to get it out to help a bunch of people. I love helping people in real life when they're in front of my face in Bible studies. I have a harder time doing it on the internet because it seemed less real because I can't see you guys, but it's an incredible privilege to be able to do these videos and help people who I don't see face to face, right? I can thank God that I'll have time to do fun things later today because this isn't going to take all day. I can thank God for how He provides for me. I can thank Him that He's with me. I can thank him that he loves me no matter what, so it's really not a big deal if this video turns out well. Um, I can thank him for YouTube and how YouTube teaches us how to do things. So there's so many things that we can be thankful for. If you're in a trial that's so terrible you can't think of anything to thank God for, then thank God for who He is in the midst of your trial. Okay, you guys, I hope this video was helpful. I hope that you'll develop a rally habit. It's really helped me, and I hope it will help you guys. And I will talk to you in another video. Goodbye.